Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet.
Hey everybody, welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet. My name is Matthew and this is Rachel.
Hello everybody. Today's topic takes us straight back to Rome. This is another, chunk of Rome that we're going to chew on today. That sounds weird.
Chewy, chunky Rome.
Yeah. So another installment in our Rome series is a nicer way to say it, I think. And today we're going to look at another very famous landmark of Rome, the Pantheon.
Yes. So as it stands today, the Pantheon functions as a Christian church. But when Marcus Agrippa constructed it in the year 27 BC, that's a long time ago, according to some theories, it functioned as a temple for all of the Greek gods, not just a single one or a couple, like most other Greek temples were constructed as.
Thus the word Pantheon.
Yeah. The word Pantheon is derived from the Greek root words pan, which means all, and theos, which means God.
So unfortunately, Marcus's temple burned down. Another temple was built, and it also burned down. It was struck by lightning. So early in the 2nd century BC, the Emperor Hadrian is believed to have built the third and final temple that you see today. And he changed the design quite a bit. Yeah.
So when Hadrian rebuilt the temple, he restored Agrippa's original inscription on the facade, which is the front of the Pantheon. And it's written in Latin, but what it's translated to is Marcus Agrippa, son of Lucius, consul for the third time, built this.
So basically, Agrippa built this.
Yeah, even though Hadrian kind of rebuilt it and restored it in his own vision. And apparently Hadrian did that with a lot of the reconstructions that he did. It's often described as an architectural marvel. And it is, because of its design, which was quite unusual for the time. In the front, you have the traditional Greek-Roman style columned porch that you'll see all over the place if you go around Rome. But in the back, it's a perfectly proportioned hemisphere that rests on a circular rotunda. So you've got the rounded dome on top of a rotunda, it looks really cool, but it's different.
It sort of messes with your eyes because you have this, this angular structure on the front of this very round structure. It's very strange looking.
Doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah. And here's an interesting fact. Until the 20th century, this dome was the biggest concrete dome in the entire world. And I was also reading that even today, it's considered to be the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. Yeah, that's crazy. Which is amazing. So this dome is obviously very heavy, which is why they had to put in a lot of support structures to keep it from, crashing down in on itself.
Of course.
So there are these really thick supporting walls underneath, which are about 20 feet thick or 6 meters thick. And there are also these hidden support arches underneath in the walls.
Well, and also to help decrease the weight placed on the load-bearing supports, the ones that we can't see, the architects constructed the interior of the dome using a method called coffering. And this is pretty cool. You basically carve out shapes into the ceiling, which they did in the dome. You can see here all these carved out places look kind of like rectangles with like shadow.
Looks like a waffly pattern.
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
of.
So what this does is you're taking out some of that heavy material in all these little places, but you're also leaving the weight evenly distributed on the dome. So that was a great way to decrease the weight. Also, they used lighter materials in the concrete as you get higher in the dome. So once you get up towards the top, you've got much lighter materials than towards the bottom of the dome.
And the walls are get thinner as you go up towards the top.
It's really
very
cool.
Clever. Also, another technique they use, the hole in the top that Matt was talking about is called the oculus.
Yes.
Which means eye in Latin. This also relieves some of the weight. And it's also, aside from the doors, it's basically the main aperture for letting light in to the structure.
It gives you all kinds of cool shadowing.
Yeah, I was reading that.
On the ceiling?
The play of light during the day is apparently really neat.
The Pantheon is, hands down, the best preserved ancient Roman structure in the world today. It's probably, in my opinion, because it's been reconstructed several different times, but also because it's been considered a church since the 7th century.
In 609 AD, the Pantheon was rededicated from a temple to a Catholic church. And that's actually one of the reasons why admission is free, because it is a fully functional church. They do hold masses there and weddings and things.
So, Rachel, we were talking about the marble floors. Do you know that's the original Roman design
Right. I thought that's really fascinating.
Super cool. It was restored in 1873, but the design hasn't changed. It's the exact same. And also, the enormous bronze doors, I don't know if you saw those. Whoa, there they are. They're huge. They weigh 20 tons, and they stand 24 feet tall.
I just wonder if it takes like 5 people to like push them open. And
I'm probably,
I don't know.
yes.
If anyone's been there, let us know if it's hard to open those doors, because I'm curious. So that's the end of the Pantheon. It's our brief little overview of a structure that has a very long history and very interesting architectural details.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'd like to learn more about it, we do have some interesting articles on our website at www.houseofworks.com. You should check those out. And I guess on that note, we will see you next time for more cool stuff.
I'm saluting, but you can't see it.
Oh, brother.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit howstuffworks.com and let us know what you think. Email travelpodcast@howstuffworks.com. Don't forget to check out our other podcasts, free on iTunes.